I'd like to welcome to the stage Piper Bochmann.
I got it. Okay. Ah. Hi. Okay. When I first stepped into the house of my mentor, I stood frozen at what I first saw. I was greeted with huge, majestic, framed posters of different films and documentaries. I was in awe while staring at them. It was almost as if I was walking down the Hollywood Hall of Fame. Instead of walking through the same school hallways on a Monday, I was walking into a house where so many amazing films were crafted and put out for the world to see. Though I was just looking at movie posters, I could perfectly picture all the unique stories each one of them held. At that moment, I forgot all about my anxiety I was feeling seconds before. I was no longer worried about what I would even take away from this experience. I was simply eager to be a part of a project that was much bigger than myself. Hi, my name is Piper Bochmann, and I worked as an assistant movie editor under an award-winning documentary editor. When I was given the contact of a movie editor, I was shocked. As any teenager would have done, I fantasized about being a part of a Marvel or A24 movie. But when I sat down to call my expert for the first time, I quickly realized that this wasn't going to be the case. I would be working on a documentary about rock climbing. I, like most people, did not know much about rock climbing, so you can imagine that I felt a little underwhelmed. I thought that working on a flashy action movie or the latest comedy would be the only way to have a meaningful internship experience, but I couldn't have been more wrong. I love everything about movies. I love the breathtaking cinematography, the creative world design, and the lovable characters. But strangely enough, what has always drawn me towards the film world is the editing. People don't usually think about the editing process while watching a movie, but they are the most crucial part of the process. Imagine trying to watch a 60-hour Jurassic Park movie without any bone-chilling dinosaur roars or any comprehensive conversations. Without the editors carefully crafting the timeline, the films we know and love would simply be a jumble of people talking and stuff happening for no apparent reason. However, editors do much more than just cut down hours of footage and add sound effects of rain or people's footsteps. Editors give each story a purpose. Their job is to tell the watcher why the story is meaningful and compelling. And that's exactly what I learned how to do over my 3-week internship. My internship started with me sitting in front of a huge, intimidating screen. The first thing my mentor did was show me around the editing software we'd be working with. It's called, there we go. It's called Premiere Pro. Then he explained in grave detail about the main project that I would be dedicating my time to. The project was about a rock climber named Emily Harrington, who was aiming to successfully climb up one of the most brutal mountains in the country. I assumed that it would be your average overcoming a difficult challenge story, but there was much more to her story than I had anticipated. He started me off with small tasks, like manually writing out parts of the script and cutting down interviews, but as I became more familiar with what the movie was about, I found that my disappointment was quickly turning into curiosity and excitement. Even though I was doing tedious tasks, like spending hours searching through different interviews of Emily Harrington just to find another way she said the words 2008. Yes, we actually spent that long going through all her interviews to find a different way she said it because we didn't like it. And I was skipping through 12 hours of footage from over a decade ago just to find the right scene of one of the characters climbing. At the same time, I was becoming deeply invested in their stories and personalities. Watching all the one-on-one interviews with jaw-dropping stories, watching the main character breaking down halfway up the wall because she was exhausted, and watching her relationship with others change and grow, it was exhilarating. They didn't feel like fake characters that only existed behind the screen. These people were real. They were living real lives and having real experiences. And this documentary we were producing was going to allow viewers to go on this emotional journey with them, just as I had. Near the end of my internship, I realized that I would much rather be working on a documentary like this one rather than another blockbuster movie. My SLE experience helped me realize that being more open-minded about the content we decide to watch is beneficial because real stories are even more valuable than fabricated ones. While having entertainment content is important, it's also important to not let it overshadow the content that captures authentic human experiences. No fictional story can make you sympathize with someone as much as you would with a real person. It's stories like these that help remind us of all the remarkable things we're able to accomplish in our reality. I came out of the internship feeling like I had spent my time on something valuable. A movie that wasn't just meant to entertain, but to teach, that everyday life is also worthy of being on the big screen. Thank you. Thank you.